Moving on to COVID, we're 2 weeks into level 5 restrictions. The numbers do look good. They look as if they're moving in the right direction. Is there any prospect when you come to review level 5 restrictions in a couple of weeks' time that we might exit early?
Well, I've come from a meeting of all the party leaders with the Chief Medical Officer and the head of the HSE, Paul Reid. My view is that we went into this for the 6-week duration. Why? To get the numbers really down to a very, very low level. So that we could have maximum flexibility then for December and beyond and get a long stretch out in terms of both bringing back the economy, reopening society and enabling people to get back to work, particularly in areas like non-essential retail. So that's the overarching ambition and objective and motivation behind level 5. We are doing a lot of work now to analyse and do work in terms of preparing the exit from level 5, but also in terms of what works in different sectors for the future.
Well, that's very interesting because there doesn't really seem to be much research or much data to go on in terms of what individual measures, what difference they make. For instance, non-essential retailers are saying that they're not the cause of the increase in the R number. Do we know at this stage what is actually making the difference and what measures we might need to continue and what measures we might be able to reverse?
We've done additional work within the Department of Taoiseach. We're working on that. I know NEFIT are working on that as well. I think what's clear, the move, we did level 3. Level 3 seems to keep it at a certain level and stop the exponential growth. The restrictions to households had a big impact, it seems. And then level 5 came to accelerate that downward trajectory. Human behaviour ultimately is the key. And in terms of congregation and that, we hope to get better data in terms of areas like non-essential retail and to inform our decisions into the future.
I was listening to Philip Nolan on the news at 1 today and he was talking about keeping the level of indoor social contacts as low as possible in December. A lot of people listening to that might have been thinking, doesn't sound like much of a Christmas.
Well, I think that's work we will have to do. I think we are conscious that people want a Christmas. It won't be the same as last year. It can't be because of a global pandemic and the impact of that. Nonetheless, I think, though, given that we're all learning as we move along individually, collectively, as families, in terms of how COVID impacts on people who, for example, got the COVID during the summer or in the aftermath, that learning experience, I think, will inform others. So I do believe we can create a window of opportunity for December to enable people to have a good Christmas, albeit a different Christmas to what we might normally experience.